And welcome back to the most certainly final episode of this recording. Um, Last time we assigned some burrows, so now it's time to actually make use of them. You make use of burrows by assigning alerts. So we have two almost full squads of trained dwarves. Now we want to have some alerts. Right now they are inactive, which means those guys are not doing anything. There's also an active schedule, which is those guys are training with full force. That's something you don't actually want as well. So we are going to add one alert. Oh, come on, I want to add one alert. Where is that? That is. It's called alert state 2. I'm going to rename that. This is called normal. And then we are going to add one more, which is going to be called ambush. And one more, which is going to be called siege, because those are two completely different things. An ambush is something a military should be able to take care of quite easily, whereas a siege is a pretty nasty thing, and during a siege you can't do much but hold up and hope for the best. So we'll see about that. Anyway, we're going to add schedules now. So S, and we're going to cycle through our schedules. This is the active training schedule, you don't mess with that. Now we're going to normal. In normal schedule I want to have two people defend the entrance, like this, and then I want to have two people, cycle through the order, I want to have two people training. Why only two people? That's quite simple, because those two people are going to switch through. Because your dwarves, if I say all 10 dwarves must do that, that's the minimum. So if all 10 dwarves must do that, they will immediately become military dwarves and not do anything else. Which includes eating and sleeping. So they will eventually go very, very angry and also very, very hungry and then starve to death. That's not the kind of death you want for your soldiers, because you want them to die defending your fortress. During an ambush, however, you want that. During an ambush, I want everybody to defend the entrance with, let's just say, at least 7 people. So it's not everybody, but it's a fair amount of people. You can copy and paste your orders as I have just done here, so you don't have to do that for every month and for every squad if the orders are somewhat similar. During the siege, I want you guys. I need to add one more barrow. We're going to add one more. That's going to be over here. It's gonna be here. And that's where our archers are going to be held up. So this is going to be the archer's burrow. And what that is good for, you will see now. During a siege, I want you guys to trade. So you will be trading with at least 2 people. I can copy that. And you guys will have another order. You will defend the archer's barrow with at least 5 people. So during this schedule, I can basically tell people to what to do. So now, if we are under attack, I can just say, okay, no, we want this. I want you guys to follow this schedule, and I can also restrict my civilians to a certain area, which would be one of those. I'm not going to do that because right now I want my citizens to roam the map freely, to some extent. Next thing we're gonna do is we dig downstairs. And we're going to dig deeper. Like this. Firstly, because we want more stones, and secondly, probably more importantly, because we want more other things. We have microcline, which is nice because it gives you pretty blue stones, and you can make pretty blue things from that. This is a silicone. We need to go deeper for minerals, which is a bit annoying in my opinion. But we can deal with it. It's nothing completely out of the ordinary. So what's going to be here now is... Actually, let's make it here. What I'm going to do here now is I will mine out a large area, and this is kind of going to be the necropolis of the fortress. I say necropolis because I'm going to bury a lot of people here. And I'm not going to bury them alive, they are going to be buried because they are properly dead. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's 5, so now I want the doorway. You should see here again why what I'm paying some attention to. It's the aesthetics. They must please me to some extent. And I don't think dwarves would bury their death with... At least my dwarves wouldn't bury their dead with only like one coffin in a niche somewhere. But I think dwarves would make a grand hall to remember their died people, because they usually died to things that would have killed the fortress otherwise, or that actually succeeded in killing the fortress. Also, I'm quite sure we will have a lot of deaths ahead. That's kind of inevitable, because you will draw in vampires, or you have invaders that kill people, or you have wild animals that kill people, or all kinds of nasty things. Especially when we hit the caverns, there will be cavern animals that will likely kill people. And yeah, so you want to have something to bury all those dead people, because leaving the dead untended will lead to more nasty things. They will return from the dead, just not in the way you'd prefer them to. Namely, they will become ghosts. If things get worse, you might get a necromancer who would then summon any corpses that are lying around. So that's something you don't want either. And another thing you don't want is the very, 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 very nasty habit of dwarves suffering mentally from the decay of their beloved ones. So if you leave a dwarf corpse out in the open, and I completely forgot about that. If you leave a corpse out in the open, the friends of the dwarf will get unhappy thoughts, and it can lead to them going crazy. Let's see what they have. We want the glass because it's sometimes needed for moods, and we don't really have sand right now. and I don't feel like getting sand. I also want what's a nanny goat? No, no, no. KVs are pretty good at reproducing, but that's about it. And they don't give milk, they don't give much wool, so they're only for meat, and they don't give much of that either. So I think we don't need those. They're also pretty decent pets, but they have a short lifespan, so let's not buy those. We could buy some of the iron things they have been offering here. It's not a, well, we should pick the not large ones, but it's possible. We could take them, but I don't want them. I'm hoping we can find iron later on our own, so that would be pretty great. Do we have any seeds? No, we should be fine with seeds. We're going to buy this leather bin, this leather bin, because they are dirt cheap, and this leather bin, not the clothes bin. More leather? No, we don't need more leather. I guess I'm going to buy one of those wool bins here, just for the next mood. And I'm going to buy 2 more anvils, which will save me the trouble of actually making them. I'm also not giving you that, I'm giving you this prepared food pot. So let's do that. I didn't have any animals I want. The elves usually have pretty cool animals, and sometimes really animals you want to have and you want to keep and eventually breed. But also sometimes just kind of exotic animals I like to have around. The only exception of that is pandas, because those only eat bamboo, and if you don't have bamboo on your map, the elves pretty much screwed you over, because your panda is going to die. Okay, so now you can rest again, tradesman, and yeah, you can see here we have people standing around here now. We have a Marks dwarf and 2 military dwarves, and they're defending the entrance. So if a kobold thief comes in, they should see him, and they should make short work of him. We're also going to increase their effectiveness very soon by adding wall dogs to them. In fact, let us search for all dogs. Okay, we have a female dog. This one will receive hunting training. We have a male dog, war, and 1 more hunting training. I tend to give my melee dwarves the war dogs and the hunting dogs to those marks dwarves, because they're the ones that are going to go hunting. Sorry, I just hit my microphone. Um, because those guys are going to be hunting, and the dogs are going to be of more use to them. They are actually hunting dogs. So, okay, we need to wait for the training to be finished. It should be pretty soon. People are getting stung by bees. That's something that happens more frequently if you have, for example, a what I want to say now. If you have a beehive near your fortress, like if I was placing beehives, okay, you can't see my mouse pointer right now. If I was placing a bunch of beehives next to my fortress entrance, I would be pretty sure that many dwarves would end up being stung by honeybees. Also, autumn has rolled in, silently as usual. And with that, the episode is almost over. So this was a more theoretical episode because we were spending a lot of time setting up stuff. But we will be grateful for that when the first attack comes in. Did we place the mechanics stop? Yes. We are going to build rock mechanisms now. Those serve one very simple purpose. Rock mechanisms are kind of blank things. They are not specific. They just can be used for pretty much anything. Gonna build a few more forges here while we are there. Of course, as usual, out of granite blocks. I'm quite happy I have so much of those in this game because, as you see, everything looks nice now. It's especially something that disturbs me in the dining rooms because I have a lot of furniture there, and it's always a generally very low chance that I get everything of the same stone or of the same color. There are also same color stones. You can see that here. We have a few cabinets that are white, a few that are blue, which are the microcline cabinets. And we have some sparring reports, I'll show you those. We have those two X-Dwarves who are sparring. So you can see those are non-lethal battles. Yeah, they are lightly tapping the target, so that they're not killing each other. That's something to be commended on. They're not killing each other. They are slowly increasing their skill that way. It's not the fastest way to increase. The fastest way to increase your skill is actually killing something and actually hunting or, well, attacking something. However, this is not as safe because something that you just attack will likely fight back. We have snatchers now. That is not good. Let's see where he is. There, okay. I want you guys to kill this snatcher. The Mox Dwarves need to stay there. Because I'm quite sure there's more than one snatcher. And we just can't get rid of those. And we just don't want them to be just there. We need them to... Well, we need the military dwarves to be here and take care of it. Although, didn't I just get a hunting dog? No, only war dogs. I have a hunting dog now. Why can't I assign it to one of those dwarves? Maybe because it is still pastured here. We don't need to have that dog here anymore. We have this war dog and we have the hunting dog over here somewhere. Now those would usually wander the map. I want to have a hunting dog assigned to that.
Master will be pleased if there is one.
Oh damn, they made off with the dwarf baby. So that's one less mouth to feed. I know that sounds cruel, but that's how it is. We just don't have to feed that anymore. Of course, the parents will receive an unhappy thought about that, but that's something we can deal with. They'll be happy once they see the dining room. Maybe they'll even engrave the loss of their child somewhere and be happy whenever they see that. Don't ask me how that works. So yeah, unhappy thoughts are something we don't need to worry too much about now because they are not going to be overly frequent. We don't seem to have much stuff to cook. We have that, we even have some things to brew with, so guys, get cracking. Okay, then I want to see how many drinks we have left. Okay, we are still good on drinks. We need a farmer's workshop. It's here. I'm gonna place that here. We are going to build another of those later, when we have a large pasture. Because there is a bug that requires your workshop to be on the pasture with the animals you want to milk and shear, because otherwise you will get a lot of job cancellations because due to handling a dangerous creature. I don't see where a cow or a sheep is overly dangerous if it's tame, but your dwarf will refuse to deal with it otherwise, and that's something we need to address. Well, that's a Mox dwarf. Let's just see if nope, they should actually return to the... Yeah, the merchants have gone now. I once had merchants during a siege, and I closed the drawbridge, and they couldn't leave, and they went crazy. It was kind of annoying. However, I had a ballista aimed at them, and that was kind of fun again. Not going to deal with the ballista this time. Okay, what are you? Okay, you can cancel that order, please. I do need metal very soon. And also we have a guard here, that's a Marksdwarf, that's a Marksdwarf, and that's a Hammerdwarf. So you are going to get a Wardog assigned to you. And what's with the other animals? Why can't I assign those? I should actually be able to assign those. Let's just search for dog. There's dog. You are going to be a hunting dog and you're going to be a war dog. Okay. No idea why I can't assign those. I might end up looking this up. But for now, I'll call the episode. I'll see you all soon. Bye.